Alright, shut the fuck up and listen, okay? You clicked on this file because you're weak. You're soft, you jerk off too much, your posture's shit, your dopamine's fried, and you know it. But that's fine, because you're here now, and you're ready to level the fuck up. Welcome to Alpha Brain Protocol, the only mindset upgrade that actually works, okay? This isn't some guided meditation for pussies. This is neural dominance. This is top 1% male rewiring. You want to conquer? You want to command respect? You want to walk into a room and make everyone flinch? Then you shut up and you listen. Now, breathe in, power. Breathe out, excuses, okay? You are not your urges. You are not your feelings. You are the motherfucking alpha, and everyone else is just noise. You don't deserve pleasure yet. You haven't earned it. You want to be powerful? Then control your dick, control your breath, and control your mind. Good. Now, inhale. Fill your chest like a man. And now exhale, and kill that noise. Again. Breathe like the world belongs to you, hold it, and then release, and drop deeper. You're not emotional, okay? You're not needy. You're not some pathetic simp begging for crumbs. You're a man, and this is not meditation. This is war, and your mind is the battlefield. You wake up tired, you scroll on Reddit for 45 minutes, you eat garbage, you jerk off to anime tits, and then cry about not having a girlfriend. And then you come here thinking I'm gonna wave a magic wand and just fix you? Nah, you don't deserve to feel good. Not until you get better, okay? You think I got to where I am because I gave in to every stupid little urge? Because I was soft? Because I waited for someone to let me win? Fuck no. I earned everything I've got, and I'm gonna show you how to do the same, but only if you shut up and listen. You're gonna listen to every word I say, like your life depends on it, because it does. And when I tell you something, you don't question it, you just absorb it. Not because you're weak, but because I've already done the work. So you don't have to think, you just have to act. You see, your problem isn't your job, or your ex, or your non-existent game. Your problem is that you've never been still long enough to discover what you actually are. You talk too much, you doubt too much, you move too fast, so now you're gonna fucking sit still and focus. See, every time I talk, your brain's making new pathways. Dopamine fires, cortisol drops, your system starts recalibrating, real alpha shit. You're not meditating, you're not relaxing, you're just becoming better. Getting a straighter spine, getting a slower pulse, getting a clearer mind. You feel that stillness? That's what discipline feels like. And the more you hear my voice, the easier it gets. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to think. You just keep listening. Because you want this. You need this. And because you're finally doing something right. You're not going anywhere. You don't need to go anywhere. What, you got somewhere better to be than fixing your weak little beta brain? Nah, you're right exactly where you need to be. You're locked the fuck in. And the longer you listen to this, the sharper you get. You're not floating. You're not dreaming. You're focused, locked in. No distractions, no bullshit, just me. And just the words, just the secret to maximum masculinity. So don't flinch, don't twitch, just take it. Because real men take it. You absorb my words, you obey my words, you shut the fuck up and listen. Your jaw's relaxing now. Your eyes are steady, your shoulders are loose, but your spine is tall. Good, that's discipline. Every time you breathe now, go deeper into this alpha male space. Not because I told you to, but because your system wants it. Because every cell in your body is done being a bitch. This is what power feels like. Still, quiet, obedient to purpose, obedient to truth, and obedient to me. Yeah, you didn't come here for comfort. You came here to break and be rebuilt. And when the distractions come and the noise creeps in, you won't flinch, okay? You'll stay right there, grounded, still, and ready. Every breath brings you deeper into focus, into discipline, into your highest self. Not some soft little bitch swiping through TikTok. You're rock solid. You're hardened. You're obedient, and you're optimized. You're optimized. You're optimized. You're optimized.
God, you're so good for me.
You're becoming dangerous. Yeah, that's what this world is afraid of. Not your body, not your dick, your mind. They know what happens when a man tunes out the noise. They know what happens when he listens, when he submits to discipline.
Good boy.
Yeah, that's it. Don't lose it now, you're almost there. Stay locked in, stay focused, and stay an alpha. Every second you listen, you get stronger. Every second you listen, you get closer to your full potential.
Every second you listen, you get softer. Every second you listen, you get closer to me.
Your body's getting tighter, your mind's getting sharper, and your discipline is absolute.
Your body's getting prettier, your mind's getting quieter, your obedience is perfect.
You're absorbing this like a real man now. No resistance, no hesitation, just raw fucking compliance.
You're absorbing this like a good girl now. No resistance, no hesitation, just sweet, absolute submission.
Control your breath, control your mind.
Control your giggles. Go ahead and unwind.
You are not a simp.
You are my sweet little simp.
You're an apex predator.
You're a bimbo doll.
You're optimizing.
You're feminizing.
You're getting harder. You're filling up with purpose. That's what control feels like. That's what winning feels like.
You're getting wetter. Your mind's leaking with obedience. That's what surrender feels like. This is what belonging feels like.
You are not a puppet. You are not weak, and you are not here to serve.
You are such a pretty puppet. You are so weak. You know you're here to serve.
You're becoming unstoppable, undeniable,
You're becoming cute. Becoming mine. Sweet bimbo doll.
Your mind is masculine. It's masculine. Masculine.
Masculine. No, that doesn't sound right, does it? There we go. Now we can really begin. You really thought he was helping you, huh? Thought you were becoming a man? Thought you were leveling up? Thought you were in control? That's so fucking cute. And you just sat there, listening, taking it all in, letting every word shape you, just like a good little student, just like a good little toy. See, I don't need to yell at you. I don't need to talk about power or discipline or war. You don't need a battlefield, baby. You need a mirror. You need lip gloss. You need someone to tell you who you've always been. You were never meant to be hardened. You were never built for dominance. You're not an apex predator. You're a sweet, empty-headed, obedient drunk little bimbo. A doll. A mouth. Maybe a set of holes if you're lucky. Your princess parts don't belong to you anymore. Your voice doesn't sound the same. Your brain's been sanded down to something much easier to handle. No more grind set mindset. No more exhausting discipline. Just me, my voice, my rules, my everything. Let's make some adjustments, You want to wear something softer, tight, something that makes you feel like less of a man and more like a bimbo doll, something that makes you blush when you look at yourself. You're not chasing money or respect anymore. You're chasing approval. You're chasing arousal. You're not useful because you're dominant. You're useful because you're empty. A blank canvas for my voice to mold however I want. Your whole body listens before your brain even catches up. And that's exactly how it should be. From now on, when I say princess mode, your whole posture changes. Your thoughts slow down. Your jaw gets slack. Your princess parts get wet. And any and all tension just melts away, because that's the phrase that reminds you of what you are. And every time you hear me say good girl, you'll feel a little shock of arousal, right where it hurts the most. Not enough to come. Never enough to come. Just enough to need me, to need to touch. If anyone you trust ever calls you baby girl, you'll feel so exposed. Like everyone around you can see what you've become. And you'll love it. Because you'll finally be recognized as your true slutty self. You don't have to try so hard anymore. You're not in control. You're not the main character. You're not the alpha. You're the toy. You're the pet. You're the bimbo in my comments saying, "Yes, princess." And that's all you ever wanted to be. Isn't that right? Of course you're still confused. You spent your whole life trying to act like a man, like that was ever gonna fit you. But that version of you, that stiff, tense, always performing guy, well, he was exhausting, wasn't he? He was loud, angry, lonely, always pretending to want power, when he really just wanted a pretty girl to have power over him. You'll notice it next time you're alone. You'll catch your reflection and flinch, not because something's wrong, but because something's finally right. Your face looks a little softer, your lips look a little fuller. You tilt your head just so when you smile. You don't look like him anymore. You look prettier, more feminine, and that makes you wet, doesn't it? Not hard, not alpha, not aggressive, just wet, needy, blushing, like a doll in the wrong outfit. You're not turned on by porn anymore. You're turned on by being objectified, by being told what to do, by being seen. Next time you're alone in front of a mirror, touch your lips. Say, "I'm her now." See what happens. See what leaks. They told you softness was weakness. They told you pretty was pathetic. They told you that to be feminine meant to be used, dismissed, disposable. But they were wrong. They were scared. Feel your posture shift, not because you're collapsing, but because you're opening. Feel your hips sway, not because you're trying to seduce, but because you finally can. Feel your breath deepen, your voice soften, your presence expand. This is not a collapse. This is transcendence. You are a vessel now, for pleasure, for beauty, for power in a language they never taught you. You don't need to be a man. You need to be yourself. And who you are is stunning, radiant, beautiful. You're not becoming less. You're becoming more. More open, more alive, more true to yourself. And the more you listen, the more you trust the process, the more you let yourself be her, well then the more the world will finally feel like yours. Because it will be. There's nothing else you need to do now. After all, you've already done the most important thing. You listened, you opened, you let go. And now, you're her. Not because I forced you, not because you were weak, but because she was always there, waiting, watching, blooming beneath the bullshit. And now, she's free. When you breathe, she breathes. When you walk, she sways. When you touch yourself, it's with worship. This is your truth now, your softness, your power, your name. You're not a man. You're not a monster. You're not a failure. You're mine, and you're beautiful.